Alright, we are back. Good evening, everyone, to all the subscribers around the world, to the moon, Mars, and Pluto. Welcome to Bomba Superior Webinar 2.0, kung saan maiksi lang ang intro, walang masyadong kwento, sa topic agad ang diretso. Alright, for tonight, we will be discussing CCI. We will be debunking the overbought, oversold traditional theory and how to read it properly. By the way, I totally removed the topic on RSI because I've chosen to use CCI anyway for my system and might as well just discuss it so that it would be easier. Hindi na clouded yung options or choices nyo. But later, we will also discuss the differences and similarities of the two indicators. Okay. And right after next, what's next, and food for thought. All right, but before we go to the proper or the formal topic for tonight, I just wanted to show you this chart sent to me by Sir Fernan Palma Rodelas. Okay, so apparently he applied the Fibonacci primary ratios that we discussed in webinar 1.0, right, which are the 38.2, 61.8, and 161.8 in X. Okay, so he plotted a short Fibonacci ratio from here to here, right, to measure the resistances of this rally. And you can see here his analysis, right? And true enough, okay, it was rejected by the golden ratio at this area. It initially broke out from it, but the retest failed. Okay, so he said it's rejected for now. Okay, so I think he already sold at this level, and congratulations to him for probably making a right exit, right? But actually it doesn't matter, no, whether it rallies further or it pulls back. It doesn't matter, for as long as Sir Fernan Palma Rodela's plan was to sell at this level. Say for example, he entered at this level with a plan of selling it at this level. That's all that matters, right? Anyway, that's probably around 20-30%. Why not, right? But if it breaks out again here and retest is successful, this guy will probably re-enter. Alright, so while we're at it, actually I am reserving this topic for the exclusive Fibonacci session, but since we're here already, might as well discuss it now. Alright, so again, what Sir Fernan did was to plot a short Fibonacci from here to here. Okay, there goes your golden ratio. But also, don't forget or ignore a longer Fibonacci uh, ratio, or I mean the longer leg, right? So you can also plot a Fibonacci ratio from here to here, or even here, right? It's same value, double bottom, right? And you'll see these levels. Okay, if you can notice, you have a powerful primary ratios clustered together in the same area. This is what you call Fibonacci convergence, right? Where you see two Fibonacci ratios clustered close to each other in one area. Okay, giving you further conviction, okay, that this area will probably a tough level to break. Alright, Fibonacci convergence. Right. On top of that, if you will also notice, this 38.2 level here has a confluence to a structure resistance at this area. Diba? So those that entered at 7 plus here or even here, I know some people that has X in 7 low, 709, 710, si Noni, right? So he's probably up 30%, 25 to 30% by now, right? Not bad. If he already sold, I'm not sure if it's a right decision to sell here or no. No one can tell you that, right? Only you yourself would be able to say you made the right decision, because you'll only measure or gauge that against the plan that you have when you enter this trade. Okay, it's all personal to you. Okay, easy. You entered here because you saw a 38.2 breakout from a short Fibonacci. Okay, you must also have a plan or contingencies what you will do in case the trend goes in favor to your bias or against your bias. In this case, it went um, I mean it rallied according to your bias. So most probably, like what Sir Fernand did, okay, is to sell at this area. So congratulations to him. Right. So again, uh, Fibonacci convergence, and don't ignore the longer leg. Right. By the way, you have your CCI here, still in the bullish territory. Later, maybe we should go back to this slide, and after we discuss the CCI, so you'd appreciate this CCI here. Okay. All right. Familiar ba? All right. You probably saw some charts, both from newbies and stubborn veterans, that has a lot of indicators, to the extent that the chart area for your candles is too small already for you to appreciate, because you have a lot of indicators. It's loaded down below. Alright, even if these indicators will just probably tell you same thing, like for example this ends here, diba? They're all whatever, pointing up or whatever, right? Okay, so maybe note to yourself, these indicators must help you build conviction rather than cause you more confusion. Okay, tendency is, if you have a lot of indicators here, and what if one indicator says up, two indicator says down, or whatever, right? It will just confuse you more than contribute to your decision making or your conviction whether to buy or sell. Okay, so at this stage, I encourage you, if especially if you're a newbie, because maybe the veterans will, they're stubborn not to listen to this suggestion, but I suggest, strongly suggest, that you just choose one indicator, right, and devote all your time and energy to master it, as if it's your weapon that you keep on sharpening it. right? Because no matter how many indicators you have, or weapon for that matter, if they are all dull, right, and you're faced with an enemy with a sharp weapon, you might be able to hit your enemy multiple times, but it might not be enough to kill your enemy. Whereas your enemy with just one strike, one blow with his sharp weapon, you're gone. Okay, so try to consider this. Choose one indicator and devote your time and energy to master it. Alright? Okay, so CCI. Let's define it first. Commodity Channel Index. It was developed by Donald Lambert back in 1980. It is a leading indicator. Notice it's a leading indicator compared to others like MACD. MACD is a lagging indicator. That's why to those that are using MACD, uh, you'll probably realize by now that the buy or sell signals are late. Sometimes, di ba, cross yun. When it cross, it's a buy. Sometimes, uh, when it crossed, sobrang taas na ng price. Iwan ka na. And when you try to anticipate naman, before it crosses, fake pala, hindi pala siya nag-cross, and then, ipit ka. Di ba? Yun yung isang advantage ng CCI and other leading indicators like RSI. Okay? They give you indication as to where the price will probably go. Alright? CCI also is a centered momentum oscillator, meaning unlike other indicators like RSI, which is banded, okay, it can only travel from 0 to 100. CCI is basically limitless. It can go as high as 400, go down as low as negative 400 as well. Okay, that's what I like CCI more, because when it comes to the divergences, it becomes more obvious. Alright, and I just don't like the idea that it of the other indicators that are banded, na parang you're inside a box. Okay, so technically it measures the difference between price change and average price change. Okay, so when the price change is higher than the average price change, meaning positive, it's bullish, while when the price change is lower than the average price change, it's bearish. Okay, this is the same theory as the moving averages. Okay, but we'll discuss the moving average in the next session. Okay, overbought, oversold. It's written in red, so you'll remember it. Okay, overbought, oversold is overrated. Simple as that. It is a traditional theory, okay, that the stubborn veterans uses. The comfort of conventional lazy man, for example. Okay, oversold, buy. Overbought, sell. How much did you make? Diba? Again, overbought. Oh, I mean oversold, buy. Overbought, sell. What is that? You're wasting your time, money, effort, and you're just making your broker richer. Diba? Can you imagine that? That agony there. Now, some people will probably argue that they're just preparing here for the bigger move because they can already see it here, right? But the main objective here in our technical analysis is that we enter at the right time and we exit at the right time at the shortest possible time. Okay, because a 1 day difference. Okay, for example, player A entered here. By the way, this is weekly chart, right? Entered on this week, for example. So it took him what, 1 year, 52, or say let's just say 26 weeks, 6 months. But it took him 6 months to sit, while you, who entered at the right time, not necessarily so much higher than his average. Assume dito ka, diba? Just took you couple of weeks before you realize the rally. Okay? Ayan. Divergently insurgent. Okay? So, normally, you'll see this in a stock that's making a big rally. Yung early sign of bearish divergence. Okay? So, those people will probably get out at this area because of the bearish divergence. Okay? This is also overrated. There, in a strong rally, there might be a bearish divergence. But how do you stay on that trade despite of the bearish divergence? Okay? Alright. Later, we'll just discuss it later na lang para you'll see first the divergences and the proper entry and exits for CCI. Okay. The allegiance. Right. This is where the CCI stayed in the bullish territory. Okay, in allegiance to the price intention to rally. If you notice the CCI here, in all these weeks, probably 1 year or 2 years, it did not go below the 100 level. Diba? So imagine those that says it's overbought, time to sell. They would not be able to ride this. Diba? Baka from this red, they're already out. What's that? 6-8 pesos from, say, 5 pesos here. Already here, you're already out 10 pesos. It missed the maximum potential up to the 40s, 46, 45, something like that, right? All because they thought that it's already overbought. Okay, so at this early, forget that overbought, oversold level. We will do CCI the other way around. Okay. Alright, so how to read it properly? So basically, it's bullish if it's greater than 0. Greater than 0. Your blue line here is 0, 100, and negative 100. If it's greater than 0, these are bullish. If it's equals 0, it's neutral. And it's bearish if it's less than 0, or the areas that are here. Okay, that's easy. Alright, so when do we buy or sell? Number one, as a general rule, don't buy or sell based on CCI alone, or any indicator for that matter. Okay, remember that we're trying to build a system here. It's a system, it's not just one indicator. It's a combination of all the indicators that we wanted to build. Like, for example, the primary weapon, the primary indicators, moving averages and Ichimoku, we haven't discussed yet. Okay, so after this topic, baka naman this week, bili na kaya agad kayo, di ba? Don't buy yet. Okay, wala pa tayo dun sa buong system natin. For this week, after we discuss this CCI, I would encourage you to just look for the details that we'll be discussing here, spot them, maybe make a screenshot, and uh, comment it in the uh, Facebook post where I will be posting this video blog so we can discuss, diba? So say like the bullish divergence, the bearish divergence, the breakout from 0 from 100, you spot them and we'll discuss. Alright, but do not buy. Do not buy. Okay. Alright, so ideally, buy is at the breakout from 0, meaning going to the bullish territory, and sell at the breakdown from 0, okay, which is going down to the bearish territory. Alright, that is the conventional theory. But of course, we will not settle to that conventional theory. Okay, we say buy depending on your risk appetite and your plan for that trade. Okay, right. So for example, you have high risk appetite. You will buy at the breakout. Okay, buy at the breakout from negative 100. Okay, so meaning the stocks probably went down, dropped so low. Okay, it went past below the negative 100 territory. Don't just immediately catch it. Okay, you catch it once it breaks the negative 100 upwards. Yun yung mga early entries. Okay, now if you're a medium risk uh, trader, you will buy only at the breakout from the 0. Okay, meaning from the bearish territory, breaking out from 0 to the bullish territory, you buy it. Or if you have low risk appetite, you only buy at the breakout from 100. Alright, okay, so probably you're already confused because it's already 100. Okay, again, if you're used to the traditional, it's already overbought. Erase that. Alright, we will buy confidently and comfortably at the break of 100. We'll show you the samples later, and you can also back test yours on your own. Right, so on the sell side naman, sell at the breakdown from, if you are a high risk or if you're a low risk trader, you just sell if it goes below the negative 100. Okay, these are the people that are also patient. Okay, patient and has a bigger budget. Okay, that they can wait for it to bounce again. Whereas if you're a medium risk trader, you'll already sell at the break of 0. And those that are high risk trader will already sell at the breakdown from 100 level. Okay, alright. I know it's difficult to picture it out and understand it with all these words and whatever. Let's go to actual samples. Okay, so IDC, when it rallied last year, third to fourth quarter. Okay, so case in point, oversold this area, right? Oversold this candle here. Okay, so those traditional people will already enter here at this candle because it's oversold, right? Whereas you, as a high risk trader, you will just enter here at the break of the negative 100. Okay, that's basically same price, but you have the advantage. Why? Because you have a higher conviction that the trend is already changing, because it already broke out from the negative 100. Whereas at this stage, di ba, assume we haven't seen these candles yet and these directions yet. At this stage, you're still blind, because for all you know, this trend here might still continue going down. Correct? Now, did you buy it more expensive than the ones that are here? No, it's same price. And you are in advantage because you have higher conviction. Okay, hindi ka lang basta sumusugal dito na oversold, buy ka na. You got that? Alright. Now, so, okay, see here, if you are a high risk trader, dito ka na pumasok. Medium, pumasok ka dito. Alright? And remember this, the 100, 0, and negative 100 are your support and resistances. Support and resistances. Alright? That's why, if you notice here, at the break of the 0 level, it retested it and it failed. Tried it again, failed. Failed. Okay. So what will you do if you entered here? If you entered here, okay, it went up at this candle, and you saw this candle, bearish candle, and your CCI uh, fell below the 0 level again and failed to stayed on top of the 0 level, cut loss ka dyan. Okay, again, don't buy or sell based on your CCI alone. Consider the candles and the other indicators that you're using. Okay, alright, now this is the fun part. Okay, again, as I've said earlier, we wanted to enter almost immediately before the rally, and it's possible. Okay, alright, so there's an entry here, break of negative 100, break of 0 level. Alright, but if you notice, the bigger rally, right, the bigger rally only came after it broke out from the 100 level. You see that? Where's that breakout? This candle here, the retest on that red candle, right? And it uh, confirmed the bullish trend on this next candle here, and then it rallied further. Got that? Alright, so here, if you entered here, okay, and ikaw yung tipong hit and run, you buy here, okay, and when it broke down below the 100 again, you sell it. Okay, you sell it. How much did you make? Say 350 to 450. Not bad, di ba? Or you can sell on strength here depending on your plan, di ba? You need to consider all your indicators, like maybe you have the Fibonacci level there, probably may Fibonacci resistance dito. Hindi ko na lang chinek and sinama so that we will not be confused and we'll just focus on the CCI. Okay, so just buy, confirmation, pack, sell. Or those that are medium risk traders, nakaupo pa sila dyan kasi hindi pa nahulog sa zero. Okay, then umakyat pa uli, umakyat pa, sell. Alright, so again, the bigger rally came only after it broke out from the 100 level. So imagine those people that are saying it's already overbought, sell it. Iwan. Diba? Kawawa naman. Imagine those people that, diba, forget about it. Wala na. Sayang. Alright. MCP. Okay. Again, the bigger rally only came after it broke out from the 100 level. Sell. Okay. Sell. Now, you say, isn't it too late to sell already here? You lost a lot of uh, percentage gains. Well, you entered here. Why not? Diba? How much is that? From 240 to 3, say 340. 1 peso per share. Ilang percent yun? Diba? At least, hindi ka naman, how about if it continued again, diba? Then, na-tap out ka agad. Diba? So, here, the recent rally, again, it broke out from the 100 level, exactly here, oh. Diba? Diba? At the same price, you'll be able to buy it at the same price that those that are buying it from the oversold level. Diba? Only that they are at risk more than you are, because when you entered, you are sure that the CCI is already in the bullish territory. It adds conviction that you are indeed in a bullish trend and territory compared to these people here. Because again, for all you know, the trend here might just continue again, and kung bumaba pa yan, naipit pa sila. Diba? So it's not true that buying only when it broke out from your preferred level is more expensive than the price that they're buying it. Okay? Hindi yun totoo. See? That's rally. Alright? And, okay, it's forming a bearish divergence. This area. Diba? Bearish divergence. Now, what do you do? Okay, do you sell now? No. Or yes, depending on your plan. If that's your plan there at 620, congratulations. If it's not your plan, then sit tight. Why? Why? Because despite of the bearish divergence, your CCI still above the zero bullish territory. Okay, you sell this baby. If your CCI the next couple of days goes below 100, if you are a high risk trader, diba? But if you're willing to wait, probably magbabounce din lang yan sa zero, like this one here, diba? Probably magbabounce lang yan sa zero, then tutuloy siya. Or if you want also, you can check kung mahuhulog pa uli siya sa negative 100, depending on your entry, diba? If your entry is here, this level, you could probably wait for it to pull back to the zero level or negative 100 level and check from there if the trend will still continue or wala na. Okay? As for me, MCP, I'd prefer it to pull back 5.43, this level. Okay, because on a weekly time frame, it needs to retest that level, 5.43. But if it doesn't, fine. Anyway, wala na ako niyan. Sayang yan. We were sitting in MCT from 2.4, this area here, ba? And sold 3.8 something. Then hindi na nakasakay ulit. Sayang. Alright? Okay, VLL. Okay? If you see here, VLL, it never, okay, broke out from your CCI 100. It always fails to break out. So, pababa siya ng pababa. Now, at this current price, okay, it broke out from the zero level. Broke out from zero level. It also broke out from the from its own resistance here, and with a beautiful candle here. So what you should do, uh, you can either buy already there nung nag-breakout siya, yung candle na yan, or wait for it to break out from this CCI 100, because as you can see, lagi siyang nahihirapan at that level. Okay, so ganyan po tayo magbasa ng chart natin. It tells us a story. Okay, never mind if story doesn't make you money. As far as chart reading is concerned, it will make you money. Alright, if you know how to read it. Okay, it always gets rejected at that level, CCI 100. So you know what to do. If you wanted to, get in early, okay, fine. Dapat nandun ka na nung nag-breakout siya dyan sa 0. But for me, if it breaks out from CCI 100 and breaks out from this short resistance here, okay, like the ones using Darvas box, you can box that here. Pag lumabas yan sa box, CCI 100 lumabas, you buy it. Right? Okay, so here's another feature of CCI. You can draw trend lines from CCI. Okay, like this one, this blue line here, this high here. If you extend this line up to this, parang lagi niyang nire-respeto siya. Diba? Respeto siya. Ito, nag-bounce siya dyan, nag-bounce siya dyan. Ito naman, nauntog siya dyan, bumaba. And finally, naka-breakout siya. Okay? That is trend line. You can also draw a trend like this going down, and then when nag-breakout siya, yun. Okay? Just the same way you draw a trend line on your candlesticks. Okay? Alright, let's go to the divergences. Bearish divergence. Okay? So if you see here, you have an early, okay, again, diba? It broke out from the CCI 100 level at this candle. And then, all of a sudden, nag-shoot siya dun at this candle and made a bearish divergence. Bearish divergence happens when the price makes a higher high, HH higher high, the price makes a higher high, but your CCI makes a lower high, lower high, high, lower high. Okay, that's bearish divergence. Okay, so those people that are quite conscious with the divergences, they would have probably sold at this area, at this candle. Red pa naman, di ba? Oh. But, okay, the best way to trade the divergences, especially on a rallying stock, okay, is hold it until it goes below your preferred CCI level. Okay, so say 100 yung limit mo, break down from the 100, yeah, sell it. That's your plan eh. It's up to you. Sell it. But if you say, okay, I'm quite loaded in this stock and I have a budget pa naman and I can wait for it until zero. Or if it goes below the 100, what's the next couple of days? If it will be able to take out that 100 again, like what happened here. Diba? And it did, and then nag-rally siya ulit. Okay. And it made another a longer bearish divergence here. High, higher high. While your CCI, okay, high here to lower high here. Diba? Lower high. Yan. So here, it's getting more obvious na yung divergence niya. Diba? And it's getting closer to your CCI 100. So dito, most probably talagang sell mo na yan dito. Diba? Kasi dito early stage pa lang ng rally. So most probably talaga it will just pull back and rally again. Whereas here, it's already masyadong extended impression niya. While your CCI is declining. Remember that CCI is a momentum indicator. Momentum, di ba? So the higher the number is, the greater the strength or its thrust to go forward or up. So since the price is going up and your CCI, your momentum is slowing down, diba? From a level of say 400 to 350 here, naging 200 na lang here, and then probably 150 right here, diba? Kumbaga sa fuel, diba? Fuel from full tank here, slowly draining, nauubos na, diba? Yan. So probably at this stage talagang sell na siya. Is it a bad trade if you entered here to say 250 to 4? Not bad, di ba? Pwede na. FNI pala to, di ba? Ito yung rally ng FNI pala ng nakaraan. Alright? Okay. Bullish divergence naman. A flat price. Okay, let's go back. Bearish divergence, you draw sa taas ng candle ng line. Kasi high yun, higher high yung sinusukat mo. And lower high sa taas din ng CCI. Okay? Sa taas ng candle. While for bullish naman, sa ilalim ka naman ng candle. You can do week to week or body to body ng candle. I prefer body to body ng candle. Okay? So, if you see up flat yung candle and your CCI is moving from low to higher low, that's a bullish divergence. You have your lowest CCI here and a higher low here, while your price is basically the same. That's a bullish divergence. That's one type of bullish divergence. Right? And the more obvious one, if your price makes a low and a lower low, while your CCI is making a low and a higher low. Diba? So at this stage, you can make a trade or enter at this area. But there's a for bullish divergence below negative 100. Okay. It would be better if you just wait for your CCI signals or buy entries. You just break of negative 100, 0, and 100 for added conviction. Kasi meron dyan, may bullish divergence dyan. Diba? Bullish divergence. But don't forget that you're still deep within below the bearish territory. For all you know, nagkaroon ng whatever news or uh, a trader that you know need to settle some dues, nag-sell down dyan, nabasag na naman yung divergence mo. Diba? So, pero pagka nag-break na ng negative 100, you have an added conviction that it will really rally further. And you can also draw the trend line there. Diba? Nag-break out din sa trend line. Back. And then again, when it broke out from the CCI 100, doon lang siya nagkaroon ng rallying maganda-ganda. That's why, if you ask me, personally, kung ano yung preference ko, I prefer breakout from CCI 100. Yes, despite the other people telling me that it's already overbought. Classic yan sa social media. You'll see it. Someone will ask, buy na po ba? Alright, sasabihin naman ng isa, wala, overbought na yan. Sell. Diba? Tapos, the following day, ayun, rally. Diba? Yung mga ganun, classic. So, erase that theory. Because it's being backed by fact here. That every time it breaks out from CCI 100, it makes a bigger rally. But again, don't just rely on that single fact, because these rallies here in the previous samples that we saw here, the rallies here, okay, and even here and here, were primarily because of our two major indicators, which is the moving averages and Ichimoku. CCI just confirmed our conviction of that play, of that breakout. Alright? This is just a confirmation of your primary indicators. Alright? So, meaning, even if you're discussing this individually, that doesn't mean that we will use it solely, di ba? Hindi po. We're just discussing it individually para masanay tayo nung indicator na to before we put together the other indicators that we will be using. Okay? Para ma-familiarize lang tayo. Now, for this week, okay, maybe try to spot bullish divergences, bearish divergences, okay, break out from the negative, the 0, and the 100 levels. And again, comment it in the Facebook post where I will be sharing this video, so we can discuss and share, di ba? Yun ang mas maganda, we learn together. Okay. Alright. On top of the bullish and bearish divergence, there is also the hidden divergences, hidden bullish and hidden bearish. Kaya lang, it will be, especially to the newbies, it will be confusing kapag diniscuss natin siya together. Alright? Kasi magkaiba yung pa-plot nun baka malito lang kayo lalo. So, we'll just focus for now with the bullish divergence, the regular bullish divergence, and the regular bearish divergence. And when you're quite familiar with that, you can just research the hidden bullish divergence and hidden bearish divergence. Okay, but anyway, you don't necessarily need those for me, the regular bullish and bearish divergence is already enough. All right. Okay, so what's next? uh, Moving averages, the lagging but bagger indicator. Okay, the common misconception is that moving averages is a lagging indicator. Well, it's not actually a misconception, but it's true. Right? It's true that it's a lagging indicator, but it depends on how you use it. Okay, depends on how you use it, because as it is right now, there are newbies and the stubborn veterans again that are using moving averages in an anticipatory manner. Anticipatory manner. Okay? They're trying to get in early, thinking that it will make that cross or whatever. Don't do that. Okay? We will discuss that on the next session. Fibonacci pa sana ang susunod ko muna bago to pero I am more excited on this moving averages. Okay? Anyway, this is the one of the primary weapon that we will be using. Alright? So, stay tuned. Webinar 3.0, moving averages. How to do it properly. Alright, food for thought. Your skill does not entitle you to exploit the weaker ones. You mother, father, son of whatever. Diba? Doesn't mean that you're better than everyone else. Anyway, just don't. Okay? You'd rather just share it, diba? Because you'll learn more by sharing, and probably you'll gain more by sharing. Okay, you might gain more by sharing. Okay, so in relation to that, let me show you what happened to my portfolio this week. LMG chemicals. Okay, the port snap I shared you the last time at 16%. Guess what? I sold it last Monday for 22%, because some people are already very bullish, recommending it for buy pattern, whatever. I sold it on strength early morning Monday. Alright, and I transferred it to ECP because ECP apparently went a breakout on a weekly time frame that I did not see earlier. So, medyo late na ako sa party. Okay lang, 8%. Okay lang yan. Diba? Remember, always, if you're already late in the party, at least don't be the last person to leave. Food for thought na naman yun. If you are late in a party, okay, at least have the decency, okay, not to leave, not to leave the part, not being the last person to leave the party. Okay, so 8%, okay na, 10%, whatever, benta mo. Chipita ka lang dyan, diba? So this is Tuesday. Wednesday, makasaysayang MG, Millennium Global. Alright, this is an intraday trade. Early morning, breakout from intraday chart, buy. And then 11:30 nagkaroon ng disclosure na halt. Ay, alam na, di ba? Hapon, sell. Diba? 16% lang ako, pero yung during that day it went as high as 20 something, 30 something pa yata. Medyo na late na rin ako dyan. Pero okay lang, 16%. Not bad, diba? Okay? So, shout out right? Shout out to the titas, to my Hudyo tribe. You know who you are. Okay? Yan yung mga X and MRC killers. Mga port snaps. Kita niyo yan dyan, nakapost. Shout out to my BSG chatmates. Christine Miranda, set mo na yung outing natin. Okay, kung saan man yan. Summer outing. Okay, sino pa? And to all our subscribers, may you continue to watch and learn together with me, okay, as we go through this system. I hope I'm helping you in a way. All the PMs that I received, thank you so much for the appreciation. All the comments, okay, it's the fuel that runs me, honestly speaking, kasi I'm not getting anything from this naman eh. Alright, so okay, that's it. Good night, thank you for watching.